Okay, so I want to welcome every one of you, and for me, it's 9 p.m. Indonesia time, and Malaysia and Singapore time as well. So a very good evening to all of y'all, one and all. And if you're doing it for the first time and you're seeing me, my name is Jian, and 3 years ago we started a community, and what we really wanted to do with this community is to really get the ability and the skills for us to do a home-based online business, so that more and more of us could be financially independent. So I'm not sure what is your vision and your goal in mind, but I hope that this evening, as I open up my heart to share with you, as well as the women in the community, all right, that you will start to learn some things and start to see the possibility, not just for somebody else, but for yourself as well. So I'm glad to welcome you, and I believe that this is going to change your life. Have an open heart, have an open mind. So as I get started, I just want to welcome some of the women in the community, and for them to just share their name, which part of the world are they from, because this truly is an online business. It is a business that you can do from any part in the world. It doesn't matter whether you're living right now in Malaysia or you're a Singaporean living in Africa. You could be working this business anywhere around the world, around the clock. So if this is something that sounds exciting to you, then you're in the right place, because in the next 45 to 50 minutes, that's what I'm going to share with you, how you can run your own online business from home, and not just do it on your own, but do it in a community, and not just be able to go through it alone, but have a mentor follow you as well. So hi, Rashmi from India. So glad to welcome every single one of you. I've seen some of you, you're from Cambodia, you're from Malaysia, you're from Singapore, you're Indonesia, from India, and also from Vietnam. So really, truly, this is a global online community, and there's so much love that I one day hope to meet you face to face as well. For those of you who have not yet joined the community, I do believe that tonight whatever I'm going to share with you is going to open up your mind to be able to see the possibility for yourself and your loved ones as well. So again, I just want to bring up some women in the community, and first and foremost, I want to welcome a wonderful mom, all right, from Malaysia. So let me find her in the chat group. Just give me a moment as I bring her on, for her to share a little bit of herself and her what has experienced and what she's doing. So I want to welcome Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne.
Oh, hi, Jen. Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you loud and clear. Is it okay if you also be able to unmute your video?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean my microphone, is it? Sorry, yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can on your side. If not, I'll try it on my side. So can you find that the ability to unmute your video? Is that possible? If not, it's okay. You can start sharing a little bit about yourself. Yvonne, are you there? Okay, I think I might have lost Yvonne for a while. I'm trying to unmute her, but it seems to...
Unmute now.
Yeah, great. Awesome. I can see you. Perfect.
Okay. Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Yvonne Xiao. I'm from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I'm a stay-at-home mom with two boys, 14 and 8 years old. I've been with this stay-at-home business, this global business, for about more than 6 months already. So yeah, because I want to spend more time with the family, and also want to have a better future for the family also. So this is because this is a online trend nowadays. It's a home business and a global trend. So I want to take this opportunity to make full use of this opportunity. So and I'm glad to join this community also, the Mummy Circle community.
All right. Thank you so much, Yvonne. Thank you for sharing. And it's great that even as a stay-at-home mom, you're able to build an income for yourself. And how long have you been building? And roughly how many countries do you see yourself already in?
Now about 3 countries. Yeah,
Okay,
for more than
awesome.
6 months.
And for how long already?
More than 6 months.
Okay, so slightly more than 6 months and you're already in 3 countries. So most
Mm.
traditional business take quite a while just to expand, but online, that's the possibility of it is do you have to step out to these 3 countries as you're building your business?
No, I just through the online webinar and also the Zoom.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you very much, Yvonne.
Thank you, Jian.
Thank you for sharing. All right, I'm going to bring up another mom. Okay, she's Karine. Karine, if you're in the chat group, I'm not seeing you here. So if you're in the chat group, if you could just put down your username so that I can tell, all right, which is your username so I can unmute you. All right, if you could just put in the chat group so I know. So if you could just type in so I know which username is yours because your name is not coming up. Okay, if not, what I'll do is I'll just want to welcome Verlene. So Verlene also is in the community of the women, and she's been able to also build her business online. So let's just hear from her as well. Hi, Verlene.
Hi, would you like to see me or no need? Just
See you will be good.
Okay. Can you see me? Can you all
Yes,
see?
perfect. Thank you, Verlene.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me to share about some of my background, why I come and join this Mummy Circle. Indeed, I have been in the financial industry for the past 20 over years, and I'm grateful for what I have achieved so far. But they have a lot of challenges for the past 10 years in this industry, in the sense that some of the system has been, some of the job has been taken by the system, and it is very highly regulated. And as what Jack Ma said, anything that we want to do the business today, it has to be in global. So as a financial planner, I don't think I can do it globally. Therefore, I try to find another industry which I can do it globally. At the same time, in my industry also, I did help a lot of people in terms of their protection, and I see many people are wealthy but they are not healthy. So for the past actually 8 years, I've been venturing into a network system for the wellness industry. But unfortunately, the company went bankruptcy in US and really made me heartsick, crazy. And I really believe in stem cell nutrition because from the beginning, my husband and I, we have this kind of concept about stem cell nutrition, and we have been consuming some of the stem cell nutrition products. It helps our health. Therefore, this mindset has been in me for quite a while. But because of the company's issue, I can't really proceed. And then for the past 3 years, I really, I can say that I probably took some sabbatical leave and to find out what shall I do again and realign my life. But my heart, deep in my heart, I still want to build a community and, to help others or to add values to others in terms of stem cell nutrition as well. But I'm very glad that one day I saw in Facebook about Mummy Circle, and I saw a group of mummy in, doing online business, empowering each other. Then that is really in my mind thinking of, this is a community that I want to build, even from my former industry or for former company. And it is not easy to build if there is not gathering a group of like-minded people. And so when I saw this, I immediately registered and went into this workshop. So when I saw Jian was presenting during the workshop, and I was thinking this is much, in my heart that what I want to do. And I made a decision in the end when I came back, and I did a comparison as well from the past company and the present company. And in the end, I made a decision. I told myself, and then this is the community that I would like to be in, and I would like to grow together with y'all as well. At the same time, whatever knowledge, whatever what we call this experience that I have, I really would like to empower others, especially women as well. So, I'm really glad that I'm here in this community to be part of y'all. And thank you so much. That's all.
All right. Thank you so much, Verlene. That was such a heartfelt sharing. you know, and you know, like what you mentioned about how you wanted to make an impact. I think most of us in this community, we would all agree that we started out wanting just really to build for our families and for ourselves. At least I knew that that was where I came from at the beginning, you know, because I wanted to have more time to be at home with my family, you know. But little did I know that through this journey, I've been able to not just build something for my family, but then also start to impact and empower more people to see themselves and the possibility of them also building their own online business. And Verlyn, you put it very nicely when you said that. Jack Ma also said, you know, you will get to a point in time that if your business is not online and your business is not global, that you will not be able to compete with the rest of the businesses. So if tonight you are joining us and you happen to be a traditional business owner, or you are also working a job, you know, and you are thinking, what can I do online, or what can I do that would help me to be able to be competitive in either any sort of business, or be able to stay you know, abreast in terms of the trends. This is where I want to share with you. So I want to thank both Verlyn as well as Yvonne for just getting us started about the community. And as a beginner, I also want to share a little bit about myself and my family. So just give me a moment while I share with you a picture of my family. And you know, you can see, and let me just get the slides going. So if you can see this slide on the Homepreneur community, can you just put our hands up, you know, just put into the chat group, say, yes, I can. Thank you, Jian. You know, just say yes, I can, so I could know that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I also want to just welcome Sunny from Indonesia and also Feng from Vietnam. I just saw both of your messages as well. I'm right now in holidaying. In fact, it's my second last night, so it's a precious night. But I want to spend this evening with you. And I'm holidaying with my family in Bali, Indonesia. I'm originally from Singapore, so that's where I am living. Thank you, everyone, for all of your yeses and your thank you. So let's get started. You have met some of the women in the community, all right? So let me introduce myself. My name is Jian, and this is my family, all right? I got 3 beautiful girls. I'm a mom, and my 2 girls here, you can see, they are a pair of twins. They are both 9 years old. So beautiful pair of girls. And then, of course, in this picture, they're still very young. They're 2 years old, so time really has flown by. And this little girl here, she is 5 years old. So I name all of my girls Annabelle. This is Isabel in the middle. And then the last one here on the youngest one is Belle. So Annabelle, Isabel, and Belle. Very easy to remember. Now, if you are a parent yourself, I know that as you look at your family, sometimes you struggle with wanting to have more time with them, but yet at the same time, you know that money is important. So as I started to build my career, I was actually a school teacher originally. And as a school teacher, I found myself having less and less time with them. And also I felt that, you know, I was not making enough. So when I stopped working to stay at home to look after them, I was not satisfied because I wanted to be able to still consistently have a little bit of income. And as a woman, I feel that independence, financial independence is important. So my husband, he was a real estate agent when I was a teacher. And we found that, you know, we never matched our timings. I'm not sure if in your country as a real estate agent, what kind of hours does a real estate agent normally work? But back in Singapore, real estate agents work normally in the evenings. So my teaching job would finish around 6 in the evening. I come back home and my husband is going out to work. So we never get to see each other. On the weekends, definitely he's at the project sites. So I remember being very frustrated because even though we were making good money, we had income, we were building our careers, but we found ourselves having very little time with the family. And that's where we started to venture out, really took a step of faith to start our own business. And the business that we started out in is a traditional business. For real estate agents, we started to teach real estate agents how to market their property online. Because my husband had some prior experience in marketing on the internet, we use that skill set and we start to teach real estate agents how to market their business online. So that was our first traditional business. This was a picture of me, as I mentioned earlier on, as a school teacher. And then, as I mentioned, after that, we started our own business. And this was a business that I started. This is my husband, Winston. All right, and these are all our real estate clients. In fact, it was a very successful business. We started it for about $20,000 US. And within 2 years, we made 1 million sales revenue US dollars. So we were very excited. We thought that this business can be expanded. We can grow fast with it. And unfortunately, the economy changed. So most of the time, if you've ever run businesses, you know when the economy changed, as a business owner, you're subject to it and you have no choice, but you'll find a way out. For us, why the economy changed was because even though we were teaching most real estate agents how to market online, in fact, that was the reason why we were losing in the business, because most of our clients were not going through a real estate agent anymore. They were going direct to websites that allow them to buy direct from the owners without having a real estate agent in the middle. So because our clients were mainly real estate agents, we lost most of our clients and our business started to drop. That is when I discovered that actually in business, there are always trends. And if you look at what is trending, you can do well. So this evening, I want to share with you some trends, and I want you to be able to start to see the possibility of riding these trends and building your own business as well. Now, one trend that I discovered is a trend moving towards home-based business. So if you are starting to think of home-based business as you're working a job full-time and doing this part-time, or you're running a traditional business and you know you cannot completely give that up yet, all right, start to open your mind to see how you can build something from home and from online on a part-time basis first. Now, if you're a stay-home mom or you're a stay-home dad or you're retired, think of how you can do this full-time. So in the US, every 12 seconds, you can see this little icon, you will get a home-based business going. That's how quickly this trend is running. Now, home-based businesses are not small, they're huge. They're worth $427 billion every year. This is what is being generated in this industry alone. And all of you who start home-based business, 70% of you would be able to succeed in 3 years. If you started a traditional business, only 30% of you would succeed. So which one would you likely succeed? I know for myself, when I saw the statistics, I said I would definitely start a home-based business. Because I also know that home-based business, you can see here, 44% of them can be started for less than $5,000 US. I started my home-based business for far less than that. In fact, I started my home-based business for less than $2,000 US. And tonight, I'm going to share with you how you can get your business going for far less than $2,000 US. And the possibility of making between $100,000 to $500,000 US a year, which is more than what most of us would make working a full-time job, all right, or even doing overtime. And yet, we have less and less time at home. One other thing that I noticed about home-based business is that how will they get customers? Now, every one of us knows that customers are what is required in any sort of business. If we don't have customers, our business cannot survive. So we need to know how to get customers into any home-based business. And I want to share with you that if you look at this statistics, this little icon here, everybody recognizes it. This is a Facebook icon, right? So everybody knows what Facebook is. Most of us go on to Facebook. Some of us, we go on to other platforms like YouTube. All right, we go on to WhatsApp, WeChat, Snapchat, Line, Telegram, and Viber, and many, many more, Instagram. So all of these are actually social media platforms. Now, 82% of all home-based business would run on all of the social media platforms that we are already using. Now, imagine running your business from all of these platforms, and it's all free advertising. You can market on all of these social media platforms free, and you can run your business the very spot that you are right now in, which is your home. Or it could be in a cafe right now, or you could be in, just lazing around on the beach. As long as you have Wi-Fi, you can run your business from home. Now, another trend that I noticed a couple of years back when I was doing my research is e-commerce. How quickly is e-commerce growing? How many of you have already started to spend online? I know I have. I've bought things online. Everything from food to clothing, all right, to even snacks and even electronic items and books. So every one of us has started to spend online, but how many of us have actually started to sell online? Now, if you have started to sell online, I want to give you a high five, because if you started to sell online, just put in the chat group, yes, me, I've started, even though I've sold maybe things that I did not want. I didn't make any profit on it, but I did sell, on Carousel or Lazada or other platforms, things that I did not want in my house. Just put in the chat group, say yes. And I want to high five you, because you started to actually be part of this trend of moving something, all right, online. And I want to show you that this trend is huge around the world. It's not just within the country that you're living in, whether it's Cambodia or Vietnam or Indonesia or Singapore or Malaysia. It is actually around the world. So look at the statistics here. In India, in 2013, when I did my trend, when I started to do some research, I found that they were generating $12.6 billion US. Now, within the US or within India, there's only 1/billion. So they're generating 12 times of their population size. Now, if you think about China, China is the largest population in the world. When Jack Ma started Alibaba, every one of you have heard of Jack Ma and probably Alibaba. When he first launched his shares to the public, he came back with 25 billion US dollars worth of investors. Now, this is the largest initial public offering ever in the history of companies around the world. And if you think India and China is huge, let's look at US. US population is much less than India and China. In fact, US has only 300 million people. But look at their projected spending in 2013. It was 294 billion. And this number in 2016, which is 3 years ago, was 2016 was 600 billion US dollars. So that's how much they were generating online. So I always ask people, if you know how much is being generated online, why won't you participate and be a part of it? Why not make something out of it? And I tell people that it's not difficult because I started out and it wasn't something that I had experience in, but slowly and surely I start to learn. And so I want to share these skills with you, and eventually as you join the community, for all of us to start to learn the skills together. Now, this is when I started my own online business. I wanted to show you the magnitude and the potential of an online business. I've got two invoices here, one on the left and the right. I've got a customer here. She's called Sarah. You can see I shipped to United Kingdom. And of course, she paid in pounds, which is a local currency. And I've got another customer here from New York, you can see. And also, I shipped all the way there, all right, and he paid in his own currency of US dollars. So whenever you run an online business, a few things that you need to be able to do is, number one, you must be able to ship your products around the world. That is the way you build your business. The more countries you can ship into, the more business you can have. The other thing is, in order to make it convenient for your customers, you must be able to accept the local currency. So I was quickly able to expand my business. And another thing that I found is that when I brought my business online, immediately I start to experience not just being able to build in my country, but around the world, and not just in my time zone, but 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. If you look at this, this is in UK, which is a different time zone from where I am. This is in US, again, it's a different time zone. So it's almost like when I go to sleep at 11 p.m. tonight, somebody wakes up to 11 a.m. so can start spending on my website. And this is what we start to discover about building businesses online. So I've got here, in 21 months, I was able to expand my business into Singapore, Thailand, Macau, Cambodia, USA, Malaysia, UAE, China, Hong Kong, Ghana, Australia, Philippines, Ireland. You can see all of these countries, all right, Vietnam, Russia. I want to let you know that 90% of the time, I did not travel outside of my home country. I was based in my local country, and I was able to do my business around the world because of the ability of internet. Another thing that I noticed when I started to build my business online is that sometimes I didn't speak the language of my customers. So I found that difficult because you can see Panama, Chile, Colombia, these are some countries that speak either Portuguese or Spanish, and I don't speak any of these languages. In fact, I don't speak Vietnamese or Cambodian, or I don't speak Indonesian, Bahasa Indonesian, or Malayu. I don't speak any of these languages. And you might be wondering, Jian, how did you expand your business into these countries? Well, I always tell people it's about technology. So if you have a technology that allows you to embed in your website the ability for people to see a drop-down menu where it has multiple languages, you then can have a customer come on your website and then be able to click and change your website into their language that they're familiar, and be able to then be able to see your website and purchase from your website. It's as simple as that. So that was the only thing that I did. I used technology. Now, in 21 months, I was able to expand my business into 47 countries. And people ask me, you know, how were you able to make so much? Well, because of the number of countries I was able to expand to, I found myself being able to do business around the clock, plus to many more people outside of my own country's population, which is only about 5 to 6 million. So I was able to expand my business, and in a single year, I made 12 million US dollars in sales revenue. I never imagined this. I did not have any prior experience building my business online, all right? And I was only a school teacher. My husband was a real estate agent. So with that, I ran with an online business, knowing that it is really ultimately the skill sets. It's not about myself. It's about being at the right place at the right time, taking hold of trends. Now, everybody asks me this, Jian, I want to sell something online. I definitely want to build an online business, just like everyone in the community. But I don't know what to sell. I've been thinking about this, and I've been selling some stuff here. Every now and then I make something, a bit of profit here. But you know what? I cannot see a huge, all right, amount of income coming in. And I tell people, look, if you want to build a business online, you need to build it global. And in order to build it global and to build it successfully, focus on global trends. Look at what is trending around the world, not just in your country. Now, I know that within Singapore and Malaysia and maybe some of the Southeast Asian countries, we like this thorny fruit. I'm not sure you know what I'm talking about, but most of us, we like durian, right? And so if I started a durian store online, maybe I would do well, just within Singapore and Malaysia. But what if I start to expand outside of Singapore and Malaysia, or maybe even Indonesia or Thailand, all right, and go into these other places like America and Europe? Do you think I will start to do well? Well, definitely not. Recently, I was listening to Gordon Ramsay on YouTube, and he said that durian smells like a dead rat. So definitely when I went into US, I definitely would not have the ability to be able to expand there because they would not be in trend. So then what should I do? I should focus on global trends. So this is what I tell people. So what exactly are global trends? Global trends are trends that are around the world, that are current, and that are able to generate billions of dollars in terms of an industry. So I want to show you some of these global trends, all right, that are happening around the world. Now, all of these industries are called billion-dollar industries. Why? Because they're generating billions. I'm seeing that around the world, that skincare is a huge industry. It's worth 262 billion US dollars. Of course, in the area of health, everybody knows that this is a huge industry. It is worth 27.6 billion US dollars. What other industries might there be? Well, weight management is another huge industry. It's worth 104 billion US dollars. People are always trying to lose weight, all right? They don't want to gain weight. And as we age, our metabolism slows down, and we are also trying to lose that extra weight. So another area is fitness. Fitness is a huge industry. It's worth 9.8 billion just in the area of energy drinks. And there are many more. I found that even with hair loss, it's a huge industry as well. Essential oils is another billion-dollar industries. So if you wanted to do well, focus on all of these billion-dollar industries that you can see in front of you. Now, another thing that I started to see, all right, is if I go into these industries, one of the things that I always need to do is to buy products, right? Buy inventory, stock up, buy all these things from another country, get it cheaper, and then sell it online. Or get it from a place that I can't find it in the country that I'm selling it, and then start to purchase it and then market it online. Now, that is a huge risk for me because I started selling clothes online first because I thought that I don't need license for that. It's an easy way to do this. So I started selling clothes. But the problem that I face with selling clothes is every time I bring in clothes, I have to bring in different sizes, different colors, and different designs. All right. Now I started selling this, and every month as I start to sell my clothes, I found that I would have some colors, some designs, all right, left behind. And so my storeroom, every month when I brought in new colors and new designs and new clothing, I would always have some leftovers, and the next month I would have more leftovers, and it slowly increased and increased to the point that 6 months down the road, my home was filled with clothes that I could not sell off. Even though I started to do a discount, I started to sell, buy two get one free, I couldn't sell all of this. So I started to look at how I can do an online business without having stock up or any form of inventory. So that would save the cost of capital and will also prevent me from having any risk of stuck with being all these inventory. And I start to realize that I can do this thing called drop shipping. Now, what is drop shipping? Some of you have never heard of this term. Well, if you bring your business online, you can have a way to do drop shipping where you don't buy any of the products. And one way you can do that is to find partnership in any of these industries that you are interested to go into. Now, I personally wanted to go into the skincare industry because I used to have very bad certain issues with my own skin. All right, so I found that if I could possibly find some solutions in terms of skincare, I can also start to market it online. So I start to go into some of these industries and find partnerships. And one of the industry that I found is the area of skincare, as I mentioned. And I came across one day as I was watching on YouTube, I came across this guy called Dr. Nathan Newman. Now, Dr. Nathan Newman is actually very well known. He's a cosmetic surgeon from Beverly Hills. So this is him. And he was being interviewed for a particular surgery that he was doing on a celebrity. And it's called a stem cell lift. Now, you'll be wondering, wow, what's a stem cell lift? Well, it's a way that he did a surgery of doing a facelift without having to cut the skin. Instead, he injected the skin of the patient with stem cells. And the stem cells was the one that was able to replicate and reproduce itself to create a volume that naturally gives a lifting look to the patients themselves. And because of that, he became very famous. He was interviewed. He was in all the magazines in Hollywood. Now, when I came across this, I thought that was revolutionary. And I wanted to be able to partner with this guy. And I later on found out that he had his whole skincare range that was created all from the technology and the byproduct of stem cells. Now, stem cells cannot be removed from the body. If they're removed from the human body and you place it on your face, they would die. So instead, what Dr. Nathan Newman did is he knows that stem cells communicate, they talk in languages called growth factors. Now, remember, when you cut yourself, you've always been able to heal yourself. It's because your stem cells are releasing growth factors, which is the language of your cells, and they're able to repair itself. So what he did was he took these growth factors and he put it into his skincare range so that any skin type, any skin problem, whether it's male, female, young or old, could use his range, and the skin will automatically use that stem cells, all right, the language, which is called growth factors, to repair itself. So I saw this and I said, wow, this technology can be used for any skin problem because of the growth factors. And I saw his range being featured in so many international magazines like Shape, Vogue, Cambodia Weekly. I was so amazed. And when they, of course, put in these range, of course, they will start to make comparisons in the magazines. And they found that what we have, a lot of it is symptom repair. We start to use products that are either for oily skin or dry skin or combination skin to repair ourselves. But instead, what Dr. Nathan Newman focused on is repairing the cell. And if you repair the cell, because every one of us in this chat group and around the world, we are all at the cell level, we're exactly the same. So if you repair the cell, you eliminate all of the symptoms. You just need to give the language to your cell, and whatever problems that your skin has, that your cells have, it will use that language to repair itself. So this is what I found, and I just want to show you a picture of myself. I actually wanted to try it myself before I start to market. And this was me on the picture on the left, all right, 9 years ago. And this is my husband. As you can see, all right, you know, this picture I took was only because I was at home and my husband had just won an award. This is me 3 years ago. You can see the change. And of course, this is me today. You can see myself live. So, you know, it was something that I saw very, very, very revolutionary. And I really brought this business online and started to do very well. Around the world, I found, you know, being able to get customers, male, female, young, old, all right, and different colored skin from all over the world. All right, all because of the technology of just giving your cells the language that requires for it to then repair. Now, another huge industry I look at, and I believe every one of you, when I talk about this industry, you would start to realize why I would choose this industry, and that is in the weight management industry. So I looked at finding partnership with a particular person that I was very excited to work closely with, all right, is this guy called Mark McDonald. And you might have heard of him because he's a renowned fitness nutrition expert for Hollywood celebrities and Olympic gold athletes in the US. He's been on CNN Live. He's been on Dr. Oz, which is a US channel. He's been on our own Singapore radio channel, 938, and he's got his own book called Body Confidence, which is the #1 bestseller in Amazon. And he talked about how his range of product can be used, all right, his products and his program can be used to lose weight. And I start to market his range, all right, that was featured and was used by Olympic gold medalists. Now, another area that I wanted to focus on is, of course, health. I know health is a huge industry. It's worth $27.6 billion US, and it's still continuing to grow because of the aging population. In fact, 1 in every 50 people would be beyond, 1 in 1,000 people would turn 50, all right, in a very short time. So every one of us, there are more older people than there are young people today. So this is one industry that you focus on, I believe would last you for the next at least 30 years and beyond. And I love science because I'm a science teacher. So I came across this book called Cracking the Stem Cell Code by a French person called Christian Dupont. He's a scientist. He's now based in the US. So this is him. And he talked about how stem cells are the origin of every cell. So if today you are aging and you're finding that you have health issues, it's because of your stem cells. When we are born, we are all born with a pool of stem cells. But as we age, our stem cell pool starts to shrink. And our stem cells, even though they are replicating themselves, they are not replicating the right and perfect cells. They're replicating damaged cells. So by the time we keep on replicating damaged cells, our whole body is filled with damaged cells. And that's why we age and we start to find that we have diseases happening in our body. So what he found is that if you repair the stem cells before they replicate themselves, then you are actually photocopying all of the complete cells. And every one of us, we could live to 120 without having any sort of illness. And at back that time, I was reading his book. I thought it sounded like science fiction. It didn't sound real. But later on, I found that he was featured in a Malaysian newspaper called Harian Metro. You can see this. I know those of you who are Malaysian, you definitely recognize this newspaper. And it was only last year in 2018 where he was invited to talk about his science and his research. And he was also featured in a Chinese newspaper in Malaysia. And I'm sure you also can recognize, all right, this newspaper in Malaysia. Now, another person that I wanted to work very closely with in the area of health is this person called Dr. Vincent Giampapa. Dr. Vincent Giampapa is very well known. He was on Discovery Channel being interviewed because of his area also in stem cell research. His area of stem cell research, all right, has given him 2 Nobel Prize nominees. And he also is a consultant of the US Space Shuttle, NASA. Now, what's so great about his research is that his research, all right, surrounded a particular compound called resveratrol, which a Singapore newspaper featured in 2014 called Body, Mind and Soul. When I came across this newspaper article, when I was reading it on a weekend, on a morning, I looked at this article and I was very amazed because I saw that all of this resveratrol, this compound, has many benefits, and the benefits are all shown below. It protects against heart diseases, it extends life, it prevents cancer, it has anti-diabetic effects, it protects your neurons from degeneration, and it also keeps you in an optimal weight. Now, when I came across this at that point in time, I said to myself, if I can find a science and research of a compound that I can use to then put online and start to market, all right, that has so many benefits, not only would I be able to market and have a huge business for it, I'll be able to help a lot of people with it because of this particular compound. You can see how great a benefit this particular compound is. Now, some of you might have heard of resveratrol. It is found in red wine, but it is actually also found in a lot of our fruits that we consume every day. Strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, grapes, pomegranate, any fruit that you find that is dark red and purple in color contains resveratrol. Even peanuts contains resveratrol. So back then, I remember my twin girls, they were 2 years old, and they were not well. Every time, now and then, they would fall sick. They would have cough or cold or running nose or flu. And when I came across this particular compound called resveratrol in this newspaper article, I start to give my twin girls a gel form of resveratrol. And after consuming it for about 3 to 6 months, they loved the taste of it. And I found that their immune system became a lot stronger. So they became a lot better. And it's been 5 years now that they've been on resveratrol and they hardly fall sick. So this is something that I found that it helps to build the immune system. And I know that if I bring this particular compound online, I know that I will do well with it. So I want to show you something that's very personal in the next slide. And I believe that every one of you, as you're starting to open up your mind to see the possibility of building a business online, you also want to know how much can I make online. Is that right? Now, if you want to know how much you can make online, put a yes inside the chat group. Raise a hand. All right, just tell me yes or say yes in your own language. And whatever, I will be able to just learn some new words as well. I know that some of you you're putting in chat group, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So I know, hey, thank you. Some of you speak so many languages, so it's so great to have you on board in this Zoom. So I know most of you want to know how can I start to see how to build this business, and also how much can I make. So I want to let you know, I want to give you an insight, all right? And this insight, all right, it's just what I was able to make. Now, it took me some time. If you think that when I started building this business, immediately I made this, I want to let you know that that is not possible. The first year, as I started my online business, for the first year, the whole year, every month I was making a couple of $100 US a month only. By the second year, as I start to learn a bit more skill sets, I started to make a couple of $1,000 US in a month for a year. And then as I start to build, it was slightly past 2 years, this was when I start to see an exciting income coming in. And this was my income. And this is a snapshot that I took of my online wallet. So as you build your business online, I want to let you know that every one of you will have an online wallet. It will not just be a physical wallet, it will be an online wallet. And I want to explain a little bit of my online wallet. Now, if you look at the date entered, this is actually based on US timing. So the 4 represents April 16, 2015, and then April 23rd, and then April 30th. So every week I have income coming in. And I know some of you wait to the end of the month to get your salary, and some of you have more month than salary, meaning that you have, by the time your income comes in, you pay for your expenses, you pay for your kids, you pay for, even some of you, maybe you have a housing mortgage, you pay for your car loans, maybe you give to your elderly parents, and by that time you have only a fraction of what that's left from your salary. What if you could have a weekly income? Could that help your family a lot more? And I know that some of you are not looking to make as much as, when you see what is in front of you in the screen. All right, but I know that a couple of $100 US in a month will make a huge difference. I never intended to make so much. This, by the way, is US dollars. Every week, I found myself making more than 10,000 US dollars. And this method here is called EFT. So it's electronic fund transfer. So everything is done online. I can choose to transfer my money into my local bank account, or I can choose to transfer it into a foreign bank account, or I can choose to keep it online for me to make purchases. So I choose to take it out into my local bank account so I could spend it on my own children and their expenses. But when I started building my business, I never intended to make so much. In fact, I only wanted to make an income that I told myself I could stay at home to be with my children and yet still have an income coming in, because I wanted to be around with them while they were growing up. So I start to see an income that I could make more than 10,000 every single week. And that really was something that blew my mind away. And so a couple of years back, a few friends of us as women, we were talking to each other. And you know how women are, we like to share. And we talk about how we were finding the best deals, where to get the cheapest things online, on Carousel, on eBay, on Amazon. And then we talked about it and we said, why not start to build a business that we can also make money online? Not just spend money online. We were already spending money online. We were knowing where the best deals are. But what if we could build something to have income online as working moms, or some of us, we are retired, we don't have the skill sets, all right? One of the things that we wanted to do is to build as a community, because we know community acts as support, all right, and we can help each other. So we started a community. I want to show you, some of you met, all right, if you came in early on, you met some of the women in the community, all right, but I want to show you majority of the community, all right. This is a community of where we call ourselves homepreneurs. The reason why is because majority of us are based at home. So we are entrepreneurs, but we're building for our families. And I believe every one of us, as we build for our families, it is a lot more meaningful that way as well. And then we enjoy family time. My girls are a lot older here. This is Isabel, Annabelle, Belle, and then my goddaughter, Naomi. And then one of the things that we like to do is we exercise. Whatever community we're in, we build something that we can exercise. We can do, cooking workshops. We can do family nights. Just get together. And then, of course, one of the things that I've been able to, appreciate very much as a community is when I was, working and having my own business alone, I wanted to give to society. But as an individual, there's limited amount of money that I can give. And I know some of you, as I mentioned, after you've minus out all your salaries, or even as a traditional business owner, after minusing out all your expenses, there's only so much that you can keep for your family. And you want to give to society, but the impact they're going to make is not very great. But what if you could give together as a community? I've been so proud of the Malaysian community of women, how they recently contributed more than 5,000 ringgit, right, into a charity home for the kids, the orphanages. And this project that we did, all right, we actually built a orphanage in Myanmar. And we were able to fund most of these kids for 1 year of education. So join us. All right, come into a community that you can not just provide for your family, but give back to the society that you're in. This is something, all right, that will come back to you as well. So one of the things that we enjoy doing is, of course, traveling the world. So you can see this was once a year we organize a trip. So this year we went to Athens in Greece, and next year we're organizing a trip to Iceland. And if Iceland is your bucket list, is something that you want to travel to, all right, join us. I will teach you how you can build a business that you can run anywhere in the world. You know, one of the things that I always find about building a business online, and like right now I'm in Bali, it's a beautiful country, by the way, it's a beautiful place. And for those of you who are Indonesians, you know, it's a beautiful place, it's a beautiful country. And everywhere I've gone, you know, I don't worry about my business, because I turn on my computer, I turn on my laptop, as long as my Wi-Fi, I turn on my handphone, and immediately I have access to my business. And that's what I want for you as well. And I believe the person that invited you here wanted that for you as well, to be able to see the possibility of that. And so with a Wi-Fi access, I'm right now talking to you, and it's almost like I feel like I'm face-to-face here, all right, having coffee with you or having tea with you, all right, and just sharing with you my own life. But I want to let you know that time is not on our side. And I believe every one of us, we came in here into the Zoom with different expectations. Some of us, just wanted to know about the community. Some of us maybe wanted to know about business trends. You know, but I always tell people this, you know, if something that I've shared with you has been able to show you the possibility about building online businesses, all right, I want to let you know that some of you, you might say to me, Jen, I don't know whether I have the confidence. You know, because I've never done anything like this before. I've never built any business online. I know traditional business, but I don't know online business. Or some of you say, I've been a stay-at-home mom for too long. You know, I don't go online. I don't have any social media account at all. How do I build a business online? Well, I want to let you know, all right, just have courage. Don't have confidence, because you cannot find confidence in something you've never done before. But have courage. Have courage to believe that you can start to learn the skill sets. If you have that courage to believe, like a child, all right, that learns anything from walking to learning to ride a bicycle, remember that time when you're growing up and you just did it because you had the courage, then today, if you plant that seed of courage and you start to open up your mind to learn, all right, the possibilities, I believe that you would be able to quickly learn the skill sets. So I know that a lot of you in this community or in this chat group or in this Zoom, you're right now thinking, I want to be able to learn this, all of this. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to help you succeed as a first-time homepreneur. If you have the same vision as us and you want to learn as a community and you are concerned that if you do it alone, you might not be able to do it, you might give up, and you've tried it before, all right, you've given up one time before because you didn't think that it was possible, I want to share with you one of the things that we do in the community is really to teach skill sets. Why I believe in teaching skill sets is because skill sets, once you learn it, it cannot be taken away from you. I always give this example. If you learn to ride a bicycle today, no one can unteach you anymore. You have that skill set and you have that skill set for life. So if today you learn how to build your business online from home and you've got that skill set, you can do any sort of business you want in the future online, anywhere in the world. So we teach skill sets. We want to teach you how to build your website, how to get your programming done on the website, how to do the design, how to have language translation so that you can have customers from around the world and have no problem speaking to them, engaging them with your website itself. How you can accept foreign currency without having to take the money in cash, go to the local foreign currency changer, and then go, open a foreign bank account. None of that. You do not need any of that. Your customers will come onto your website. It already would have foreign currency exchanges for them. So they will pay in their local currency, but you will receive in US dollars. So the US dollars, all right, for most of us living in this side of the world, it is an attractive, all right, foreign currency for us, right, to receive. Another thing is I don't want to be able to have to stock up. And I think that that is the greatest hurdle and the greatest burden for those of us who are building online. So what we did is we start to look at creating trends, focus on global trends, and focus on creating drop shipping methods by creating partnership with overseas, all right, customers, doctors, scientists who already have their existing products. So that is where you can start to look at any one of these billion-dollar industries, find a partnership that you want to do with any one of these doctors and scientists, and then market their products without having to buy in your own products. Now, other area we look at is shipment. So we have found a third-party courier that ships for you on your behalf to more than 140 countries around the world. This is more than Amazon, eBay, and Taobao. I've done Amazon and eBay before. Amazon requires you to put in a storage in a warehouse, and you pay for the warehouse, and they charge you a lot in US dollars every month. All right, so even if you don't have any products in there, you have to store it, you have to pay for the rental. eBay allows drop shipping, but a lot of times you have to buy in your own you have to make sure that you have all of these products in hand, all right, to be able to ship out. So eBay does not even ship to more than 30 to 50 countries. But here we have a drop shipping that ships to 140 countries. So how does the drop shipping work? Well, a customer comes onto your website, they see whatever you are marketing online, and they choose the product from the drop-down menu, they pay for the products, and then they put in their shipping address and they pay for the shipment. And all of the money that they pay, the retail sales for the product on your website will go directly into your website in US dollars. And then the products will be taken from the doctors by the third party on your behalf and shipped to your customer directly. So you don't do any of the postal service by going to the local office to ship it out. So a lot of us, we are building our business, we are with our families. I can have an order go in and come out. Just as I'm talking to you, I had an order come in, I just check and an order go out. And also some of us, as we're working full-time jobs, all right, we have moms who are working, all right, and they cannot leave their jobs. So as an order comes in, all right, the order goes out, it gets shipped for them, but they make the retail sales profit. Now, another thing that we know is licensing is important. So we have gotten the doctors to create license for every product so that you do not get into problems illegally with a product going to any country. So all of the 140 countries, all right, that the third party is shipping to has already a license. Now, I know that some of us, we have different religions, like we have Muslims, we have vegetarians and vegans and Hindus. So what the doctors have done and the scientists have done is to create license, halal certifications, all right, a vegan, a vegetarian for all of the customers as well. Another thing is convenience, all right? So one thing that I like about online business is the convenience of being able to use my mobile phone, all right, and just run my business from there. So what we did was we started to create a mobile app that you can run your business anywhere in the world. You could be on the way to work, you could be on your mobile phone. You could be waiting for your kids to get back home from school, you could be on your mobile phone. And that's how we've been able to build our business easily with very little time, all right, and just being able to go online. Now, I believe that all of this is not difficult to build. You can go get somebody who's IT savvy, pay them, you may $5,000 to $10,000 US dollars to get all of this going, or maybe even less. But I don't believe that will determine success. In fact, most of us, the greatest fear we have is not all of this, not setting up the website, not doing the shipment, not the products. The greatest fear we have is, are we able to do it? And if we learn the skills and we're alone, can we succeed? Can we really be able to build our own online business? And so one of the things that I learned from Warren Buffett, some of you might know Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said that if you want to be successful in anything, learn from people who are already successful in that area. So I discovered how important it is to create not just a community, but a mentorship that will follow you through on your journey. And what is a mentor? A mentor is similar to what, as a parent, we give to our kids. If I want my daughters to do well, they're in gymnastics, I want them to do well, I get them a coach. If I want them to do well academically, I get them a tutor. And the tutor normally follows them for a couple of years, not just 1 month or 1 week or 6 months, but usually it's for years. And that is what we believe in, a mentorship that will travel with you, that will follow you throughout your journey as you're learning how to build your business online. And so eventually we'll teach you how you can build your business around the world. And this is something that I'm very proud of, because truly our community as homepreneurs, male, female, young, old, all right, has been able to build their business around the world. Just earlier on, we heard from Yvonne. She only built her business for more than 6 months, right? But she's already in 3 countries. So I forgot to ask Verlin earlier on how many countries that she has been able to build in. But this is what I believe for you as well. So whether you are a retiree or you're somebody that is getting started, right, working, or you're a stay-home mom or working mom, I know the possibility for you as well. Now, I want to just summarize, all right, and let you know that one of the things that we do on the mentorship, can you see this little picture of the baby? That is called hand holding, right? I know a lot of us parents, what we are able to do for our kids is that in 1 year, a baby that did not know any skill set of walking, because of a parent's hand holding or a grandparent's hand holding, they were now able to walk. So I believe, all right, mentorship is what will get us success. So to summarize, this we call a homepreneur guidance. What will you get from this homepreneur guidance? Number 1, we'll teach you how to set up your own e-commerce website. All right, we'll teach you how to get the mobile app so that you can run your business from your own mobile phone, not having a laptop. But if you want to have a laptop too or a desktop, you can. All right, now sometimes when you're out, it's inconvenient, use your mobile phone. All right, some of the doctors, all right, in the various billion-dollar industries, they are very, very generous. They want to provide some samples, and you can use these for yourself, for your family. There's no inventory or products required for you to keep in order for you to do a business like this. It's as simple as that. And then, of course, the one-year mentorship, where I believe mentorship is what will determine your success. So you will have, every individual will have a mentor following them throughout their journey. And the mentor acts as a sounding board, a feedback form. If you don't understand and you're not sure, ask your mentor. Your mentor will guide you through. So not only will you be put into a community where you'll learn inside the chat group, you'll learn inside the Facebook group, you'll learn inside, also you will have a single mentor that will follow you through this 1 year of mentorship. Now I want to summarize and also tell you that we are very excited to invite you into the community if you have the vision to start your own business online and learn in a community setting. If you do, all right, and you believe that a mentor is what is required to help you through it, we're doing a training tomorrow. And we're going to be doing it online, so it's going to be convenient for everybody, all right, 10:30 or 9 p.m. Okay, so 10:30 or 9 p.m., all right, this is for Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia time, all right? For Cambodia, I think it's an hour difference, all right? For India, it's 2.5 hours difference. So the time zone, all right, your mentor will let you know. Don't worry about that, okay? We'll make sure that every one of you who's excited to get on and learn this skill and learn for the next 1 year, we teach you how to get the link, okay? Now, what am I going to teach? I'm going to teach you a few things immediately to get your business going. I'm going to teach you how you can get customers for free. We're not going to use any paid advertising, just learn how to get them for free. And we're going to use a lot of social media. The second thing I'm going to teach you is how you can get instant customers from the internet. I'm going to teach you also for Twitter. All right, Twitter is you all know it's a social media platform, how you can get customers from Facebook, from forums. And I want to teach you this thing called value marketing. What exactly is value marketing? It is marketing to your customers with value so that they would want to make a purchase. It's not selling to them, but adding value to them so that the customers will feel like, wow, this is value for me. I definitely want to make a purchase. So it's the best way that you can market to them without being salesy about it. Now, the second skill I want to teach you is how you can truly automate your business. And to me, when I started my own business, I really wanted to get to a point where it was automated, where I built wealth. You know, there is a definition by this person called Robert Kiyosaki. He's a very well-known author. He wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. He said that wealth is the number of days that you can survive without having to work. Now that might sound ridiculous, right? Because most of us, we work, we say we stop working, our boss will never pay us. Or we run a traditional business, we close shop, there's no way we have income coming in, right? But in fact, when we bring our business online, I found that even when I'm sleeping, because the world is round, it's 24 hours a day, when I'm sleeping, somebody is waking up on another side of the world to spend on my business online. So I found that truly, when I built my business online, I can actually build wealth. Now, I believe in community. Earlier on, I talk about community, right? I talk about how community acts as support. But I also believe community acts as one other thing. It acts as a faith system. What do I mean by that? Well, I know that a lot of you have probably never built online businesses before, or maybe you have some experience, but you're saying, no, Jen, I still lack the skill set. Even though I started my online business previously, I wasn't making the kind of income that I hoped to make. And also I was stocking up products. So one of the things that I believe that community will do is community will help you start to see somebody else in the same situation as you, same shoes as you. And if you don't have confidence and you say, Jen, I don't think I can, I'm a stay-home mom, I've retired, I'm not IT savvy. If I can show you someone that has been able to be in your same situation, but has successfully built a business online, I believe that that will give you the faith to start to believe that you can do it for yourself as well. So this is something that I want to open up to. And I just want to bring up two people. I know some of you are stay-home women. Some of you are working. So the first person I want to bring up, all right, the honor of bringing up, let me just stop this share so that you can see their faces as well. I want to bring up this lovely woman. She's a stay-at-home mom, all right, and she's based in Malaysia. And I've had the privilege to meet her and see her face-to-face. And she, by the way, all right, she's going to Iceland. So I'm so glad, and we're going to have our first trip together, all right, in the next 1 year. So I want to just get her up to share a little bit about her own experience and how she's been able, a little bit of her background, and how she's been able to build her business online from home and how many countries she's been in. Hi, Fanny.
Hi, Jen. Can
So
you hear
good-
me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations first and foremost. All right, and
Thank you.
yeah, we're going to Iceland together.
Yes, yes.
So I just want you to share a little bit about your background and how you've been able to build your business online, and maybe if you know how many countries you're in, all right, and how long you've been building your business. Just share a little bit with everyone else.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Jen, for the invitation. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Fanny Wong from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I'm a stay-home mom now. In fact, it's already 2 years. And during this 2 years journey, I feel a bit boring. This is why I want to get something to work on. Before I become a housewife, and I am a traditional retail business owner. I have been working my business is working around for more than 10 years. So after I being the housewife, I'm feeling so insecure in the form of like too free, doing nothing, just fetch children to school, going to the morning market, feeling so a bit boring. That's why I want to look something that I can, can something for me to learn, yeah, and fulfill my time, my free time. So there's a time I meet Mummy Circle in Facebook, and I attend the seminar. After I attend the seminar, what attracted me is that I heard there's a global can reach to the globalized can be say. So I feel so excited, because my business for more than 10 years, I can't even reach out of Malaysia. And this platform allowed me to reach to 140 over country. So this is what attract me. And the best part is that I can do this business while I'm taking care of my family and my children. So after I joined, and I feel so great because of the, the teamwork and the system that provided by Mummy Circle, GN, they all help us, So along this journey, my online business, until today, I can reach to 9 countries. And the best, the most excited is that I can find the ticket to Iceland. And somehow I can bring my husband along to go with me. Because for the past year, my husband always the one who decide where we go. And now I can decide for him. I say I will bring you there. That's the best part. I feel so excited. Yeah. Thanks to the team and my leaders, for this, I think around 6 months, I'm not more than 6 months. And I have I just feel like, I'm in the trend now. I feel good on that. I'm not only online buying, but I can online doing business. Thank you. Thank you, Jen, and thank you, Mummy Circle and teams, all the team members.
Thank you so much, Fanny. Wow, that's amazing sharing. So I know some of you, I think this is from Fanny sharing, I know some of you might be traditional business owners, and the greatest problem or the greatest challenge for us is being able to expand around the world, right? Yes. And like what Fanny said about how even though she's been building business for so many years, all right, just like what Jack Ma said, if you cannot bring your business global, you actually are unable to compete in this day and age because you will be out of business. Yes. So when she found this business online, she's never done a business like that. And I'm so proud of her. And in a short span of time, she has been able to build into 9 countries. So the mentorship has really helped her, and the other thing that I love about what she was mentioning about as a lady, as a mom, as a woman, all right, that, usually the husband makes the decision on where to go. But this time around, she says, I can bring you, all right, I'll bring you to Iceland. I decide.
Yes.
So I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Fanny.
Thank you.
Now, I want to bring up another mom, also from Malaysia. All right. And I just want to bring her on, and I just want her to share a little bit about her own experience. And she is a working mom. So let me unmute her. Hi, Geraldine.
Hello, Jen.
Hi.
Okay, just want to share about.
Okay, all right. Are you able to mute your video? Is it convenient to do that?
Okay. Just a short while. Okay, yes.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Jen. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to share about the product sharing. Okay, that I use the serum from Dr. Nathan Newman. Okay, because of the stem cell. So after apply it just for 3 days, just the serum alone. So my sister-in-law can see the difference in me. They say, hey, there's something with you, something different with you. Something I noticed there's something different. I say, what? What is that? No, your face is really different, she said. Then I say, okay, what's that? Okay, then I start to share with her. Yeah, I apply the serum. So I really like the serum. Okay, yes, that's from my sharing lah. Actually, I have got other products also. I like the Reserve as well because I have the freckles, the pigmentation problem here at my left and right. So after that, I consumed the Reserve just for 7 days. My husband noticed the difference in me that is more fairer. Okay.
Right. Oh, thank you so much, Geraldine. So
Okay.
Geraldine is a working mom, all right, and really coming into the business for her, all right, learning online. She started to had some products sample from the doctors itself, and you see the experience that she had. So she's been very confident to build the business as a result because of all of the testimonies for herself, her own, for her own family and for her own self as well. So thank you, Geraldine, for sharing that. All right, so I'm very glad for all of the women sharing, Yvonne, Verlene, Fanny, and Geraldine, and I'm very glad for you spending this evening with me. All right, I come to the end of my sharing, and I just want to leave you with one last quote, and I believe that this quote will help you start to see, all right, that not just the possibility of building a business for somebody else, but really truly for yourself. So I think everybody recognizes this lady, right? Her name is Oprah Winfrey. And this quote I want to leave with you, I want to tell you that a lot of us, all right, we're living small. And I want all of us to start to see the possibility of living big. And Oprah Winfrey says this about life. She says, create the highest, grandest vision for your life. Then let every step move you in that direction. I believe that whatever we've shared with you this evening has enlarged your vision to start to see the possibility of building a business online for yourself, all right, and your loved ones. And if you're worried about how you're going to get it going, don't worry about that. Let that 1-year mentorship, all right, be the steps that will provide you, all right, and bring you closer towards learning the skills, all right, having a mentor, being in a community that helps to bring you, all right, the success that you want. So thank you everyone for spending this evening with me, all right, and I hope to see every one of you in person soon, and God bless all of you all. Good night, everybody.